Hey guys, Mudhooks here. This is the lazy Mesmer build. It's lazy because we're going to be using Phantasms as our DPS. You're just going to sit back and watch, not do much. You're built for survivability. As you see, I use the Warrior Rune. Warrior Rune has a lot of vitality on it, and also has 1 second off of your weapon swap. It's kind of important. It's not too important. You could probably find something else that you might like, but I like the 1 second off because if they take down a Phantasm, you want to have the most reduced cooldown you can, so you can swap and put it back up. As you can see here, I'm built for Phantasms, Illusion. Illusions in this tree, when you're looking at all these talents, they do translate to your Phantasms. So when it says Illusions give retaliation, it gives it to your Phantasms. There was one trait I didn't go in here, which was in the Domination tree, that gave 15% damage to your illusions. I knew that would translate to my Phantasms, but there was another trait that did give 15% to my Phantasms. Not sure if that stacked. I didn't feel like going through all of the number generating and theory crafting to figure that one out. So I went with the 15% Phantasms because it was only 5 extra points rather than 10 extra points, and I was able to get a lot more vital abilities. I'd suggest that for you guys as well. If you're having trouble with Mesmer and just not wondering how people do so much, this is a great spec for you. As you can see, my 1 illusion is keeping them nice and confused. All you need is 1 illusion. You want 2 Phantasms out at all times. 2 Phantasms are going to do your damage. 1 illusion keeps them confused. 2 people came in, and as we can see here, it's still a complete utter confusion. No one knows what's going on, who is what. There's 4 of you out there, so with your stealths, decoy is a must. It breaks stealths you, and leaves an illusion. So that's probably the most amazing talent I've ever come across. I've seen Mesmer videos that don't use it, and I'm in utter disbelief because it's completely amazing. See, we have a 3rd person here, and I kept them nice and confused for a while, but once the 4th person comes in, yeah, see you later. I'm gonna die pretty soon here. If you get a 2v1, you might be able to survive, especially if it's like a guardian or someone that's built for toughness. But most often, if you get a 2v1, they might take down your Phantasms before you end up being able to put them back up again. So it ends up being a fight of just trying to survive. That's where the survivability comes in. As we see, you get a 1v1 here, and my Phantasms are just tearing them up. I'm really not doing much except stealthing around, walking around, confusing them. And I think we're going to see 3 people come at once and just kill me. But we could just kind of see how the survivability works to your advantage, especially since this guy's been honed in on me almost the entire time, even after I stealth here. He knows who I am. Well, no, he doesn't, because he's dead. But he's back up, and here's the other 4 people. So here we have a Elementalist. This is what you can expect with 1v1 in this spec. So I was at 9k, he was at full health when we started this video. Something I like to reiterate while we're kind of watching this. It's not a condition build. Conditions work really good with Mesmers, especially with Confusion. Confusion's just absolutely amazing. You could stack it 10 times and they just kill themselves. But it's not a condition build. Your Phantasms, your Duelist, and your Berserkers, they all build off of your raw damage. So you do not want to build for any condition damage. You want to build for direct damage. So I built for crit and survivability. The crit survivability, it all translates to your Phantasms. Phantasms need a lot of survivability because otherwise they're really easy to kill. You'll just see them die almost immediately when people are kind of confused and looking for you, and they take a couple swings. If you see your Phantasms dying immediately, that means you need to build for survivability, especially if you're in this kind of build where you're hoping that they do all the damage. As you can see, they're doing all those numbers there. That's not my great sword. That's them. So keeping them alive is really important, and building for crit I feel is most important I think it's more important than power, especially for this kind of build. If you were going to go with a scepter torch kind of build and staff, then condition damage is great because that also translates to it, and you're going to do a ton of condition damage. I'm actually going to build another condition damage video, but this is more for people who just kind of want to have a little fun, not do too much, hang out, drink a couple beers, maybe if you're old enough, be old enough, please. And we're going on the road. I switch the sword, get a couple hits in, and I go back to the point. This build is consistent. It's not intuitive at all. You don't have to know much. You just kind of build for it and go at it. And you really will consistently do good. All right, here I am at the top, 320 points. And I think if you actually build for this, you're going to see yourself up there quite often. So give it a try. Let me know what you think. If you don't like it, go for condition. Condition's a lot more intuitive, so if you kind of like that thing, then that's probably what you should build for. Thanks.